welcome to American Dream TV. I'm Cynthia Corder, your Galveston realtor and friend. Today, we invite you to come live like a local in the heart of Galveston Island. We're diving into the rich culinary heritage at Maceo Spice Import. And we're celebrating the vibrant spirit of Mardi Gras under the iconic Boone Powell Arch. Let's uncover the flavors and the stories that make this place a local treasure. Consetta, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Yay!
It is my pleasure.
What a blessing. Look at this spread. I'm going to try to talk to you about your family origins and all that when I'm smelling this delicious food. Your family's origins trace back to Sicily, then to New Orleans, and finally Galveston. So how has that rich history and the cultural influence affected you and your family here in Galveston?
The Sicilian culture is so close-knit. It's a very community-based tradition and culture and community. And so when we moved to New Orleans, that came with us. And that's a very big thing in the Cajun culture. So New Orleans has that as well. So when we stopped in New Orleans for that short period of time, we, picked up some recipes and traditions and things like that. And then when my great-grandfather got the call to come over to Galveston from his cousins, that's when, we made our way this way and haven't left since.
Maceo Spice Import, that's where we're sitting today. And this is your business. Tell us about your business.
So my grandfather started this company in 1944, and he just sold bulk spices to just a couple places, and it was really a hobby of his. My dad came in, he was a restaurateur, and he said, look, we can do something bigger. We can make blends and sell these to the restaurants because consistency is key. So my dad started making blends, and the restaurants loved that. Chefs would say, can you get this item or that item for our special? And he said, absolutely. My dad never told anybody no. So he would say, oh yeah, I got that, I'll have it here tomorrow. And then he'll hang up and say, all right, we gotta find out where we're gonna get this.
Figure it out.
So we started bringing in all the specialty items, and the restaurant's patrons would say, hey, where are you getting this stuff? We wanna cook like this. And so they would send them to our shop. Well, we were just wholesale at the time, so my dad would give little samples here and there. Finally, after a while, he said, we can make some money on this. So we opened our retail shop. Retail shop morphed into what you have today, which is the restaurant and the retail and the catering and the wholesale all in one.
I want to talk about the Rayo's King Cake.
Yes.
That is part of your family on the other side.
Yep,
right?
so that's our cousins
Okay,
in Beaumont. Yep, our cousins in Beaumont, the Totoroses. They own Rayo's Bakery, and about 10 years ago, my dad and I went and met my Uncle Jake. He brought us a king cake at the ferry, and he met and he said, Ronnie, y'all need to be bringing king cakes into the island for Mardi Gras. And I said, yeah, Daddy, what are you thinking? And he said, I've been trying to get your daddy to do this for so long. And I said, well, you know what, Jake, let's do it. And he said, okay. So I think I brought in 10 cakes, and I didn't let my daddy know this, but I was nervous that I wasn't going to sell him, and he didn't think I was going to. But, when I put my mind to it, let's go. And I put it out there that we had them, and we sold them faster than we could bring them in, and that is how it goes. As soon as they hit the door and get on the hit the shelves, they're out of here. The tradition of the king cake is really a wonderful, beautiful thing. It honors Jesus Christ, and it celebrates Epiphany, which is when the three kings arrived to the baby Jesus after the 12 days of Christmas.
Is that right? I had no idea. So I love that.
The colors represent faith, power, and prosperity. The bread is braided with 3 little braids, and on the inside is a little baby king, so to represent the baby Jesus.
Before we dig in, I just want to say goodbye to our friends, Maceo Spice Import. It isn't just a store, it's a flavor-packed journey through history. Today on American Dream TV, we tasted the rich flavors of Maceo Spice Import and felt the heartbeat of Mardi Gras under the Boone Powell Arch. Galveston isn't just a destination, it's a vibrant community where history, culture, and celebration come alive. So if you want to live like a local and make memories that last a lifetime, you know who to call. I'm Cynthia Corder, your Galveston realtor and friend, always here to help guide you home.